Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. It's really windy out here today, so hopefully the wind doesn't cut through the microphone too bad and you can hear what I'm doing, or at least hear what I'm saying. We're back out here at the Ultimate Chicken Tractor. We'll be out here for just a few minutes on this video, and then I got something else I want to bring to you as well. So let me turn you around and show you what I plan on doing today. This is going to be a floor for this area right here. It's 23 by 45. And what it's going to do is right now, like y'all have already seen this, but I'll show you. All the wind can come straight up through there and keep those chickens really cool, you know, which is okay. Like in today's type weather, which is anything around 25 to 50, chickens don't really mind that weather. I mean, heck, most chickens run around in the snow. It doesn't really bother them. The forecast for this weekend is down in the single digits and possibly below zero this weekend. Actually, it's Monday, Tuesday. It's not even this weekend. So I got a few days to do this, but I decided to do it today. So as you see, I've already cut it and I've already fit it in there and it fits good. The only thing I need to do now is I want to still add a 2x4 right here. Actually, it's gonna be a 2x2, just on like 3/4 of it. That way they still have a place to roost up off the floor. And then I'm gonna put hay all over this. That way when they do use the bathroom, it's not gonna damage, well, it'll still damage this wood, but it won't eat through it really quick. It'll still give me some time to replace it. So we'll put some hay on it. We'll have to replace the hay here and there, you know, every once in a while, but that's okay. That's kind of what we do anyway. And then after that, we'll probably feed them and check on the water, make sure that water system's working that we put in. And then at the end of this video, I really want to show y'all how I'm going to brace my chimney, because I still have 3 more feet to come up here with another pipe. So I will show y'all how I plan on bracing this chimney for high winds where I don't have to spend $100. I think that roof brace I looked at for this company that sells the same pipe, it's like $145. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. So of course, what does a normal YouTuber do? He looks on YouTube how someone else might have done it on their own. So that's what I did. So I'm gonna show y'all how I plan on doing that. I hope you guys can see me. The camera's kind of low, but I don't know. I think y'all can see me. So yes, I've already measured it. All right, now I just gotta keep this centered. All right, I'm committing right here by putting this one in. So now I can do the rest of these down on the ground. You guys fell on me. What are y'all doing? I told y'all it was windy. All right, I got 2 more screws and then we'll get back to this. All right, so that's about what I want. This area right here is where I plan on doing, just for now, just doing extra hay for them to lay eggs in, which they're not gonna lay eggs right now. I haven't had a single egg since putting them in this. So I don't even know if these egg layers are laying yet. Cassie said they were, but I have not gotten an egg from them yet, which they haven't been happy either. They've been confined, so that's part of the problem. So once I get their chicken run built, which will be after, I'm gonna build it here pretty soon, but I really won't even let them out probably until after this cold snap hits and we get through it. And then I'll move them again and put them in their chicken run as well. All right, let's put this sucker in there. All right, I'm gonna try to stand y'all up again, so make sure you stay on your feet. Hey, stay there, rooster. That rooster keeps acting like he wants to jump out, which I don't blame him. I would too. Elvira, you're gonna have to move. I can't put this on you. Okay, that's the gist of it, y'all. Now they will roost here. They roost, I mean, obviously he's on it right now, but they will roost overnight on this. I've come out here and checked on them and they do roost on the wood. They don't roost on the metal. So I'll put hay everywhere, but then I'll probably put a little extra here. Oh, I may have gotten it just a little tight. Now I am not gonna screw this down because I wanna be able to remove this in the summer, because I want all the air I can get going through here in the summer and the spring. So there'll be a little bit of air coming through here probably in the corners, but there will also be hay, so that hay will probably block a lot of it. All right, now we're gonna move them. That way I don't have to carry hay as far. and it's time to move them anyway. Whew, that is wet. All right. So I'll just stick this up here on top while I'm moving it. I'm on uneven ground here and it's moving pretty good. And my water has not spilt at all. I'm kind of going in an S pattern on purpose, just to see what the tractor does. Okay, y'all, so this is where I ended. Pretty good spot. I think they'll get more sun here than they were in the previous area. But eventually I will bring them through the double doors in the barn during the cold weather. But this is a pretty good spot. I think it'll work. Maybe the ladies will decide to give me an egg. I don't know. I do want to show you though that none of that water spilt. I need to clean it. But during that whole move, no water spilt. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I need to feed them, give them some fresh water, give them some hay. So that's what's coming up next. By the way, I did screw the anchor back in, connected it. So I am not putting a whole lot of feed in with these chickens, like maybe a scoop to half a scoop. And that's just simply because I don't want a lot of it to get ruined by rain, which I don't think it would, even if it did get wet, but I think I mentioned this in the last video. But they're going to town on it. They're happy. I poured the water out. I need to refill it real quick. And I think I'm just gonna use the water hose this time. All right, y'all. Obviously with the water hose, I could just do this, right? It'd be a lot quicker, but I do just want to see kind of what happens here. Yeah, that's too much pressure, too much at once for that type of funnel. So when I use the water hose, I'll just use this, just do it this way. Okay, y'all, they have food and water and they are enjoying the sun. Look at this little girl, she's just basking in the sun. Can't really see her through the mesh. Okay, I want to grab some hay and put some hay in here and then we'll be finished with this part of the video. Well, unfortunately, this is the hay I have that's the driest and it's still pretty wet. So I'm gonna let this set all evening and before I come to work, I will put that hay in there for them. They're gonna get that board all dirty, obviously. So I'll let this dry out, put the hay in it later tonight off camera. So hopefully you guys get to see it next time. And there won't be any way for me to keep this hay on the board necessarily until later. They're gonna scratch right through it and probably kick it off and kick it everywhere. But it kind of gives them an idea of what they're gonna have and it gives the girls a place to lay if they decided to start laying. So my future plans is to put a board, that same type of board in the front. What are y'all doing? So my future plan is to put a board, I'll have to move this back a little bit, but put a board across here all the way up, this same type of board, just plywood, and then cut them a door. So then they're protected from the front side as well. I just don't have that piece of wood right now. This was my only spare piece of wood. I do have a piece of wood, but it's too expensive to use. I'm not gonna use a really good piece of plywood in here. So if I can find me a cheaper piece, I'll put it in there. I think they'll be okay through this winter storm, but we still have another 2 months of winter, so I need to be prepared for it. I'll move them in the barn, like I was saying. That'll definitely help protect them. So my trash man decided to run, and then the mailman, well, actually mail lady, came and dropped off our mail. Okay, so one last thing I wanted to show you. This is what they left me over the past 5 days. I typically won't get that right there from these chickens because they will have a chicken run eventually. So they will be in their chicken run more often than they're in their coop. So that's just a one-time thing, hopefully. Well, probably down there too until this storm passes through and they get their chicken run built. All right, let me take you over to the shop. I want to show y'all what I'm going to use for my roof. I guess they call it a roof brace for your chimney pipe. Like I was saying earlier in the video, I was not going to spend, well, after tax, probably 160, 170 on this roof brace. So I decided to get on YouTube and DIY how to make your own chimney roof brace. And I found the perfect one. So we're not gonna build that roof brace today, but I wanted to show you what I was using. Okay, so this here is, I guess, I don't know if they call this EMT or conduit, I'm not really sure. Yeah, EMT, made in the USA. So this is a 1/2 inch piece and this is a 3/4 inch piece. And you can tell how it easily slides in and out. So these are two 10-foot pieces. I'll cut it in half, so I'll have 4 5-foot pieces. So that will give me 2 1/2 inch 5-foot pieces and 2 3/4 inch 5-foot pieces. And those will be able to move in, obviously the 1/2 inch piece will be able to move inside and out, in and out of the 3/4 inch piece, so I can adjust my sizing for this pipe up here. There's a lot more to it, obviously, but I just kind of wanted to give y'all a heads up of what I'm going to be doing, and I think a lot of y'all find it interesting. It's pretty cool how it's going to work. This guy's name of his channel, I think, is Mike's DIY Projects. But it's a great idea. He came up with a great idea. I don't know if he came up with it, but he videoed it and put it out there. So I think that's going to be in my next video, or at least portions of my next video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick video, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Remember, do the good.
Fowler family farm. Come along and ride with us through this life's journey we go through at the Fowler family farm. Oh, at the Fowler family farm. Come along and ride with us through this life's journey we go through at the Fowler